What should I do? What should you do if you get bit by a dog? What are the steps? Do you have a case? My name is Goldman, and I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family and civil matters, and we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. This is an interesting case that we talk about dog bites because while we often talk about things that happen in the course of the family, what more could be part of what goes on in a family than occasionally somebody gets bitten by the family dog or somebody gets bitten by someone else's family dog? Do you have a case? What should you do about it? Well, it's like anything in life. You know, legally, you could walk around finding small little violations of the law in every place you go. You could find somebody who's technically comes onto your property. Is that a trespass? I suppose it is. Should you sue somebody about it? No, you probably shouldn't. You probably should tell your neighbor to ask his gardener to trim that down or trim it down yourself. In other words, there's all sorts of things that go on in life that, yes, technically it violates the law, but are the courtroom doors open to you in that kind of environment? Should you pursue it? It's not whether you can, it's should you. Same with a dog bite. If you have an incident with a dog, it's always very traumatic. But if you walk away from it with a small scratch on your hand, or your pride is hurt more than anything else, maybe it's something you shouldn't get lawyers involved in. But if you've been bitten, if you've got scars, or God forbid you got bitten and pushed and you have to have procedures and you have to have therapy and you tweaked your back because of it and you have to go to a plastic surgeon because you got a scar in your arm, a scar in your face. Is this a case? Of course it's a case. Remember one thing, there is strict liability if you own a dog. That means that there's no one bite at the apple here. Statutorily speaking, if you own a dog, you're responsible. And if that dog takes a chunk out of somebody's, the owner's responsible for that. And a lawsuit should be filed. You know why? Because that has to be made so that there is a record. We need to know, is this a vicious dog? I read all the time in our neighborhood watch where somebody saw a loose dog roaming around, either attacking another dog, a vicious dog, a pit bull without anybody. You know what? If that dog is owned by someone and is off leash, that person needs to be taught the lesson that that is dangerous. And because it is dangerous, if that dog should bite someone, if that dog should attack someone, should attack another dog, the police should be called. A report should be made. Because if there's multiple reports of a dog that's dangerous, an unleashed dog, you know what the police will do? They'll take action, and that dog will be put in a pound. And God knows what will happen to it. But you got to protect the public. So if you've got a situation where you were bitten by a dog, it's certainly something that the lawyer should follow up on. After, of course, you follow up on your medical care. You got to make sure that there aren't shots involved. You got to make sure that there's no infection. You should go to a doctor, a hospital, emergency room. You should do what needs to be done. But after you do that, you should contact your lawyer and say, look, this happened to me. Here's a screenshot of it. Should I do something about it? That lawyer will probably tell you, yes, we can handle it for you. We can make a claim for you. We can make sure that the appropriate parties are put on notice of what happened and that they are responsible. Now, every case is different. What you consider serious, then it doesn't consider serious. So, and it could work the other way around. Somebody could say, oh, that's terrible. No big deal. Sometimes you can't tell. But if you can't tell, and if you don't know, reach out to us. Let us know what it is. We'll have you screenshot it to us. We'll find out what it is, and then we'll be able to tell you what the steps are in going forward.